going to be previewing the same fixture, but we're now joined by the away team coach, Coach Jose Riveiro from the Orlando Pirates. Coach, maybe we can just start with your opening remarks, thoughts getting into this fixture, and SuperSport United as an opponent.
Okay, good afternoon. Well, first of all, happy to be again in a quarter final of this competition for the third season in a row, and yeah, trying to be ready, knowing that it's going to be a tough game. First of all, because of the place where the game is going to be played, and secondly because of the level of the opponent that we are going to face this time. Knockout game, only two possible results there, so it's clear the intention of both teams is going to be the better team, to go to the semi-final, and all of those things together, I think it's promising a really interesting game.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take questions from the floor, just by show of hands. Okay, let's go to Veline. That's a new hand. I've not said you, Carol.
Good afternoon, Coach. Veline here to your right. I know we've asked you a lot of questions about youngsters and all, and even the previous coach here was also asked about the confidence in playing the youngsters, but it's not every day that you see, especially in a delicate department like the defensive area, you see two youngsters starting, and the confidence of doing that and delivering a clean sheet. On top of that, is it more satisfaction after looking at it, or it is just business as usual for you?
It's about Saturday, the press conference, more than start talking and giving more importance again one more time to the individuals. We're coming from a very tough game just a few hours ago. Our focus already is in the challenge that we're going to face on Saturday. We'll try to recover the players as good as we can tomorrow. We don't have so much time to prepare the game. I think every team right now, every coach is facing the same challenge than myself and my coaching staff, to make sure that the players are again in a good situation to perform on Saturday, and that's where our mind is right now, more than analyzing individual performances. We need to, or we have to try to find the best solutions to be better than SuperSport on Saturday, and make sure that we are or we have the possibility or the right, or we deserve to be in that semi-final one more time.
Thank you, Coach. Next question. There was another Carabo first. The rule of noted you as well.
Good afternoon, Coach. I think this is at your own discretion. I wrote a list here of the players that has been promoted under you, but this is more of a personal question. When you go to bed, Coach, and you've given boys who've now become men a professional opportunity, Coach, I mean, but for you, not for the players, but for you, Coach, how proud are you of yourself, and how important is it that you're giving these young players an opportunity to play for at such a big club? Because something similar to this happened, but that's I think 15, 17 years ago. But for you personally, how proud are you of yourself and what you've been helping these young players to become professional men?
I think that's your question is the same that we see that Coach has already addressed it. But I'm not sure, Coach, do you still want to answer?
I will, but this is, I did answer or I will try to repeat the same answer than few days ago.
Yeah.
I can do it. It's okay. It could be easy for me to say that credit belongs to me, but it's not only to me. Like I said, the club have a vision, have a plan. It's not only Riveiro supporting those players. It's going, I think it belongs to the whole club to make sure that what we are doing is possible. It's not just by chance, like I said already many times. We are not gambling when we choose the players. We're not going just to see what happened. Like I said, the boys are ready, the boys are good. We're trying to help them to feel confident. And that's probably the most important thing in our role, is make sure that when they go to the field, they can be themselves, because again, they're ready. And that's it. Let's leave it there. Let's go to SuperSport.
Thank you, Coach. Next question is Jabul on my left-hand side. Our left-hand side.
Jabul for Previous 24. Coach, in this day, there's a lot of times that the trends where players are physically in terms of their fitness, but there's very little that tests where they are mentally. When you play so many number of games, what has the club been doing in terms of keeping the players mentally fresh and ensuring that there isn't that fatigue of, like, here's another game? And how do you do that in this day and age, not just the Pirates, but in football in general? Because, it's clear that the games are not going to change in terms of playing a huge number of games a season when you're now more than 30 games. So that everyone, even yourself, how do you keep mentally fresh when you consume so much football?
Well, I think I already said also many times that we are exploring a new space for all of us. First of all, the competition is getting, it's going to a point where you don't really have time to train anymore. The time that you spend on the field with the players once the competition starts is not enough in terms of to make us feel satisfied as a coaches with the time that we are allowed nowadays to spend with the players on the field, because the players are really, how can I say, recovery, not only physical, it's also mental, okay? Results are important right now. We are regularly winning games, so it helps a lot for the players to be ready for the next one. It's so difficult to go through this schedule if you are not getting good results. That's the first, I think, is the first element to highlight, to use. It's I don't know if I'm expressing myself today good enough. I didn't sleep so much. But winning helps a lot in terms of mentally, for sure, also to buy the players to follow all the processes that we put in practice in the clubs, which I think we are all doing pretty much the same things nowadays. The cooperation and the participation of all the people who is involved in the coaching staff, physios, masseurs, doctors, the strength and conditioning department, it's doing a fantastic job in order to help the players to be available, to be in a decent level of fitness to perform. And in the end, the most important thing is the player as an individual. Understand that you are a professional player, understand that you are in a period where you ask me about myself, and not only about myself, I'm representing here the whole coaching staff. It's basically that you don't have time for anything else than the team. And we as a coaches, we have to make sure that we get enough time to rest mentally. We're not running, but trust me that the games are tough also for us. And like I said, it's a huge sacrifice. Sometimes I think people, fans, support, people who's following football. I think now it's getting better. People is starting to understand what it means to be a professional football player. But it's something to maybe in a different space, in a different context to talk about it, because the schedule right now, having to compete every 2 days, trust me, it not only belongs to the physical space. For me, the mental side, it's much more important. Play for Pirates is not an easy thing. There's a certain level of pressure in each and every game that the player must, handle, and not having time between the games is not an easy thing, because emotionally you pay a decent bill in each and every game. I don't know if it makes sense what I'm saying, or if I express myself correctly. But yeah, we're trying everything as a club, we're trying everything as a coaching staff to make sure that the show can continue.
All right, last one for the live session. Any? Okay, we'll move on to the Zimbabwe session. If there are any further questions. Going once. Okay, there's a hand there. Askepe.
Coach, in the last, I think, 9, if not 10 games for Pirates, the only attacker that you have who has managed to score a goal, I think, has been Mabasa.
The only attacker.
Yeah, I don't know how I should characterize Tshegofatso.
We attack with all of them at the same time.
With
11.
Strikers, traditional strikers, wingers.
Number 9, yeah.
Yeah, number 9, so or wingers I can even include guys like Rele. Only Mabasa has actually scored, and other goals were coming from your defenders, sometimes midfielders. Is it something that you are paying attention to, trying to correct? And why is it that those players I mentioned, because you say you go on attack, but the specific ones haven't been able to score? What's been the challenge?
I don't see any challenge. I mean, everybody can eventually score a goal in a game. There's many situations that will allow you to do it. Set pieces is one. Usually, that's what you mentioned. Usually, in set pieces, the big boys used to be the ones who are winning the challenges in those 50-50 balls. What we produce in terms of strategy in those specific situations, usually it's designed to find those big boys. Moselle scored in a set piece a few days ago as well, even though he's not one of those. Tshego is scoring, and I don't know. As long as we score one more goal than the opponent, we're fine, and we are creating enough chances. Yesterday we should have also capitalized early before that set piece, but no. There's periods where the forwards are having a better relation with the goal. Rele, Nkota, we have. It's a pity, but for example, Shandu in the last 2 games, he has 2-3 situations that he was really, really close to a score, but it's not a problem. As long as we are, like I said, we are scoring more than the opponent. We know that there are games like yesterday which are physical battles, tactical battles as well, and sometimes you just need to be first in one of those set pieces that you generate, like it happens yesterday, and might be enough to win the games. We are in a period of the competition, in every competition, Netbank as well, that the goals are very expensive. Everybody's playing for getting their objectives, each and every team, and the second part of the season it's always much more difficult. The results are usually more tight. Look about, I think, the last 2 fixtures in the league, the results were very, very narrow, 1-0s, 1-1s, and it's so difficult nowadays in this moment of the season, but I think we're fine.
All right. think we'll wrap it up here. I don't see any hands. Okay, one more.
Vaya preguntas, a ver qué me parece.
Benjamin from Newsroom, Africa, on your left.
Here, Coach, on your... Good afternoon, Coach. The importance of winning this particular trophy for you again and again. You've won it the last 2 editions, but I don't know if I'd be wrong to say the one that you'd like the most is seemingly out of reach now. So how important is it for you to close the season with a second cup trophy?
I didn't understand the development of the question. You say the most important for me is...
I'm saying, I don't know if I'm mistaken, if the one that's most important for you is seemingly out of reach at the moment.
What it means out of reach?
Pardon?
The league.
The league.
So you want to ask me and say your opinion as well at the same time?
No,
Okay, good.
that's not what I'm saying.
Go on.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm wrong to say that. I'm not putting...
Who knows?
No, but that's not my question, Coach. I'm asking you about the importance of winning this one for you.
For me, personally,
You as a club, Coach.
as a club, okay.
That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you the importance of winning it with the league title seemingly out of reach. I'm willing to concede that I might be wrong. I'm not putting it on the table as a fact.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's very important for us to give our best in each and every competition where we participate, and particularly as a group, we have the ambition to, since day one, to play every final, to play every last game of the competition with the possibility to be the number one in every competition where we participate. We are realistic. We know the difficulty of, to be there in the last game of every competition. But so far, I think in that kind of scenarios, we did a good job as a team, as a club. And obviously on Saturday, 3 o'clock, we go into the field with the intention to be better than SuperSport and deserve to be in the semi-final. This is a, I think, if I'm not wrong, we're still in the quarterfinals. So to start talking about the final or the trophy or renovate the championship one more time is still too early. So we know how difficult it's going to be on Saturday, and again, we're going to try to be at the level that kind of game will ask for.